I really did think that the premise of this film was super intriguing, but the execution just wasn't there, along with some star power that's attached to this film. But nonetheless, I'm gonna break it all down and let's jump into the review of it right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. It's been a little while since I checked out something and put out a review for Shudder, but I'm back, and here we are to talk about the film The Call, again, which is going to be releasing on Shudder July 15th. Now, this film it hit the film festival circuit like sometime last year. I even believe it had a short theatrical run, I thought I saw. But nonetheless, it will be premiering on Shudder as a Shudder exclusive film July 15th. Now, first of all, let's go to the star power here. You have Lin Shaye from the Insidious franchise, and then you have Tobin from the Saw franchise, and the two of them alone is worth the purchase of the ticket. You know, as iconic as they are and synonymous they are with the horror genre, that putting them two in a film together is going to have everyone's attention. And I have no problem with their performances at all. Like, they're so good together, and they absolutely are every bit of worth the watch, just them two alone. And like Tobin, his voice just gives me chills. And the fact that like he even said, he mentioned the word game a few times, which, want to play a game, obviously synonymous with the Saw franchise. It was almost to the point where it was just like, oh my god, am I watching Saw? But like, even the premise of the film even seemed like it could exist in like some type of other dimension of Saw. But alongside of Lin Shaye, they really are amazing, and they excel in the horror genre beyond anything. But in this film, you have these four kids, and this is set back in 1987, and these four kids are tasked. Well, they get lured into this house, and in the house they're tasked with this game. They're like, hey, if you could stay on one phone call for 60 seconds to stay alive, you'll also get a cash reward. So yeah, one call, 60 seconds to stay alive, because it's not exactly what they think it is to see. They're actually faced with their biggest fears, regrets, or whatever you want to call it from the past. So very interesting premise. The only issue is that the four kids, I wasn't totally invested into them. Like, I get that during the film we're like getting acclimated with them, kind of learning about them, but I never ever connected with them, which was the huge issue for me, because as good as your villains are in this, and as you know, considering their performance is going to be out of the gym, the star power they bring, and that easily should make for good baby faces or good protagonists. But like the four friends, I just didn't never connect with them. I never really sympathized with them. I never was in any concern of their fear and danger, and that was a huge problem with that. And there was some other things with the plot that was just really didn't make sense, but like I can easily let that go. I also think this film is actually, believe it or not, is actually a good theatrical release. And the fact that it is going to be on Shudder, I think it's an amazing Friday night watch. I think that with the issues with the plot, with really the lack of engagement with your protagonist here, I think it's one of those ones where you can sit back and enjoy, because the visuals are so good. This film has a ton of jump scare. The score works with it really well. So like all of the things to kind of just sit back, pay 80% attention, but the things you do catch attention to, it catches your eye, and then it gets you with the jump scare. So I think it sails on that note. I think this is a perfect horror movie for like date night or just to kick back in the house type of thing. Because as an overall structure of the film, it has its flaws, but because of the star power, because of that connection with these cast members that you've seen in other things, that automatically creates another level of investment. And then with the score, I thought the color, I thought the atmosphere was done really well as too, and just everything to really just, you know, watch it, not care too much about it, but enjoy it. So overall, I think it's an enjoyable film. But I think too, like, again, you know, the whole premise of the story as far as the kids going to the house, how they got lured to the house, why the house is even haunted, the phone with mysterious powers and whatnot, and how some of this stuff isn't explained. I can get over it because overall I just thought I enjoyed it for all the other parts that really excel strongly. So, but yeah, this is The Call, folks. It's going to be on Shudder. It's a Shudder exclusive film, July 15th. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this film. And as always, stay tuned because we got more reviews coming very soon. Big gold bell,